Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rabbit, and welcome to my playthrough of Star Ocean, the second story. I have to be upfront with you guys and let you know that I am a little bit tired this afternoon. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of August, and I worked like 12 hours yesterday. And then when I came home, my neighbors were being absolutely insane. They were partying from 8 p.m. until 5 in the morning, and that is no exaggeration because my husband, Andrew, had to be at the airport, or leave for the airport, I should say, at 4:30 this morning, and we got no sleep at all. And when we both got up and I walked him to his car and helped him kind of pack before he left for the Denver International Airport, our neighbors were still partying, and it was, like I said, 4:30 when this was still going on, and I didn't hear it start to die down till a little bit after 5. So I got about 4 hours of sleep, if that. So I might be a little bit of a cranky ass today, so I apologize for that in advance. But let us go ahead and dive into gameplay. Oh, actually, just kidding, I'm lying. I want to take a second to show you guys our voice collection and what we have amassed thus far. I had mentioned this at the very start of this Let's Play, that as we do play through the game and get into battles, we will unlock little voices, and it's entirely based on, and it's just doing that because I'm clicking on the non-voices. But anyway, we amass these based upon things that characters say in battle. So in order to really fill this up fully, you're going to have 2 saves because you're not going to be able to have access to certain characters unless you are playing as either Claude or Rena, respectively. So, just for example, voice 25 is this.
Oh, it's just them.
So yeah, that's Claude talking, and we'll just the controls are a little clunky, but let's go to this one that's kind of isolated.
Heel!
So yeah, that's Rena, and Celine might be up here.
You're too easy.
Yes, she is. So anyway, we're not going to listen to all of them. I just wanted to show you guys that a little bit because I had mentioned it, and then I don't think we ever looked back at it again. So now, let's pick up where I left off and continue with gameplay. So where we concluded our previous episode, we wrapped up Cross Cave, we acquired some ancient writings, and we also invited Celine to formally join our party. So she's now an official member of the group, and our next destination is supposed to be the town of Click because we're wanting to take a ship to go over and investigate the sorcery globe. But we're actually not going to do that. So I should say, if you really don't care about a lot of the extra details of the game and a lot of little side things, you might want to just skip this episode because that's pretty much what this is going to be devoted to. So just to give you a quick glimpse of what I will be showcasing in this episode, when we get to Click, there's a private action that we can do that will basically start the ball rolling with unlocking our most powerful fights for the game itself. So I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to confuse you guys, but basically we just need to see a private action, and by doing this it will open the way for us to remove the limiter off of the final boss in the game. So if we do this PA, it doesn't necessarily mean you're committed to fighting the final boss with a bajillion HP or anything. It just means that it will be an option, and there will be a follow-up later on that I will address when we get to that point in the game. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to look at that PA. Actually, that's the second thing we're going to do, but I want to introduce it first because it's actually the easier of the 2 things that we are going to accomplish in this episode. So the other thing that I wanted to mention that we'll be undertaking is I'm going to explore throughout my LP pickpocketing, and this is something that the first time I played this game, I went into a lot of depth about, and most people really liked it. Some people kind of threw fits because they're like, oh my god, it's like breaking the game and it's cheating, but my argument is, if it's a part of the game's mechanics, I'm not saying it's advantageous for your experience to exploit it, but I've played this game at least 30 times over the years, so at a certain point you just want to explore it and kind of play around with it a little bit. So if you do not want to pickpocket, that's fine, you don't have to, but for those of you who do want to see another part of the game and what Tri-Ace included and why I really think they are such a great team because of all those little details, then just stick with me because I'm going to get the ball rolling with that, because as a part of the private action that we're going to do in Click, we're going to be able to steal a really fabulous item from a certain character, and we'll speak about that more when we get there. So anyway, this says north to click, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about the Mountain Palace, Mars, or... Yes, we want to go to Hurley. So we don't care about Cross or Cross Cave because we were just there, and I did not mean to click that. So we actually want to continue east to the town of Hurley. Oh my God, Claude, you gotta run. And we are going to pass this town because I believe that is Mars. So no, 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 we're not gonna dick around with that. So yeah, guys. Anyway, I know that's like a mouthful. That's like a 3-minute introduction to what we're going to do today. But I just wanted to be as transparent as possible. I know it's really easy for some people to focus on a lot of like the shorter term things. And as I noted, the first time I played this, a couple of people were just like, I don't know, they didn't like that I was showing all these details, but then there were other people that really appreciated it, so I never know how things that I'm going to showcase will be received, but, you know, it is what it is. Hey, weren't you going to click? I was, Rena, but that's right, says Claude. Click is north of Cross, right? We must have gone much too far. Geez, fucking backseat driver, I don't need you. I know what I'm doing. But anyway... So we're not going to do anything major here, but I want to go to the skill shop, which I think is up here. I think that's the food shop. I don't remember, guys. This might be a cooking place too. No, antique dealer, which actually we will come back and see that. Oh, here it is. I was like, I know it's up here somewhere. Okay, so let's talk to you. We offer the following skills. Actually, I should go in the other order, shouldn't I, so you guys can see. Would you like to hear an explanation of the skills sold here, just so you guys can see what is available and what we're going to be getting? So, in order for pickpocketing to really be effective, we're going to need Poker Face. We're also going to need Perseverance, and I'm going to be utilizing Playfulness. And you'll kind of understand all this stuff as we get to it. I'll explain it as we go. Courage is also going to be something that is going to be very, very useful. So yeah, just keep that in mind for now. I'm trying not to get out of order. I don't want to throw too much at you guys initially, just because there is a lot, and I know this game has so much detail. But that's... What the... What did I ask him to say to us? What the hell are you... I don't need you to explain this to me. I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean to spark this conversation. Okay. 2 skills, and one of these is known. Alright, so he kind of was just telling you what I was just saying. I can't believe... Why did he... Oh, I must have been talking to the green guy when I meant to talk to the blue guy. Anyway, whatever. So let's go ahead and buy knowledge too. And let's grab sensibility too. We will also grab technique 1. Oh shit, I already have that one, and I think I have the other one as well. I think I got these earlier. Oh, no, just kidding. Okay, well now we have all of them, I believe, so we should be in good shape. For some reason, I guess combat wasn't... I did not mean to click that again. Okay, I need to stop. I guess combat wasn't one of them that we could acquire when we were back in Cross. But anyway, we have everything that we need now. So let's actually come to skills. And like I was starting to say, Perseverance is something that is going to be very useful in general, not just for pickpocketing, but for all of your characters. I would strongly suggest maxing this first, because as you can see in the description, it is the willpower to continue effort. It reduces the number of skill points required to learn skills. So, you know what? I would say, okay, I need to stop pressing buttons. I would say just like go all out, put all the skill points that you could possibly have into this, just because it is well worth it. Excuse me, as I'm losing my voice. I'm also going to just go ahead and put it into Rena and Celine, just because everybody needs this. It's not just the person you're going to be pickpocketing with. So the other thing that we really need to kind of keep in mind is, gosh guys, this is a little bit overwhelming, I know, and I feel bad explaining it to you like this. We need to buy something, and Lord of the Turtles. We only trade in high quality items at high prices. I'll show you. So what we really need is this. These are Bandit's gloves, and hell yes, they are fucking expensive. But these are the gloves that we are going to need in order to successfully pickpocket and do what needs to be done in order to acquire this item via the private action in Click. So this is completely separate, by the way, from the event that will remove the limiter from the final boss, but it's just something that I like to do because it involves the same person, but they're two totally separate things, honestly. I just present them as one package. So what I'm going to do at this point, because I need a lot more full, I'm going to spend a bit of time grinding. Also, just as a little pro tip for you guys, and I will show you. Let's see, where is it? I mentioned that playfulness is something that I really like and you'll need as well. So I'm not going to waste it on Claude, but it's called, or the description says, an open mind to forgive the God of creation for thinking up silly things, a gift from heaven. Basically, every time you pump some points into playfulness, you will get some money back. So just to show you, look at our full right now. It's 2820. I'm going to go ahead and just use it on Rena, I guess. All right. And now look, we're at 2920. We'll go ahead and put her last two into playfulness. And now we're at 3620. So basically that's another way to get your money up. I don't have enough skill points to get 40,000 full, so I'm going to do that off camera. So when we come back, I will just pause it so you guys don't have to worry. I'm not breaking the video up or anything. I will show you guys the next step in this process to going and effectively and efficiently acquiring this really cool item. So give me just a second to get my shit together and my finances in order. Okay guys, so welcome back. As you can see, we have now managed to amass our 40K full. And just to show you really fast, we are in this interesting location, which I will not really chat too much about. We'll worry about this place later, but just to throw it out here, or out there rather, here is where I did come to gain my levels a little bit more quickly and to gain full a little bit more quickly, because the enemies are incredibly tough. They will fuck your face if you do decide to come over to this spot on the map. Here, just to show you close up, and then yeah, there you go, the little blinking red dots. It's just a crazy, crazy location, so you may die, but that's okay. Just save outside of here if you need to. What I ended up doing, and this is my strategy, if you have a better one, by all means, leave it down in the comments below, but just to let you know what I personally did was I leveled in Cross Cave until everyone was at level 12, and then I came here and got them all to level 14, and as a result, Claude's Perseverance is completely maxed, and I'm saving the rest of his skill points for a little bit later because, like I said, I will want to take advantage of Poker Face as well as Courage in order to really maximize Pickpocket. Alright, additionally, Celine did not get all the way into Perseverance, but that's okay. She doesn't have that much left, so we'll just pump more points into this for her as we go. And then Rena was able to max out on Perseverance, and then she had some left over for Playfulness. I got it up to level 7, and that's what really accounted for me being able to reach where I needed to as far as my full is concerned. Sorry, this is what I get when I'm trying to like read and talk at the same time. So anyway, just to kind of recap also, Claude ended up learning a new special ability when he hit level 13. It's called Head Splitter. This is the description for it. It's a technique in which you jump high into the air to come down and split the head of the enemy in two. At level 12, Rena learned Silence, which is very useful. Again, why I said I wanted everyone to get to level 12 before coming to this location to level up and try to get my skill points and full, because there's an enemy that casts like a Bloodsucker ability and Eruption, and it will fuck you up. So make sure at the very least Rena has Silence before you come in here, because it will help immensely in silencing that stupid little Viking lady who casts magic. Anyway, and then at level 14 she learned Ray, which is also what Celine knows, but it costs a bit of MP, so I don't know how much that's gonna get a face time. And then Celine learned, there it is, Energy Arrow when she hit level 12. So yeah, there's a description for it. A spell that attacks one enemy with a light arrow possessed of negative energy. It's incredibly powerful, and again, hitting level 12 for everyone is really what I would suggest for coming here. Energy Arrow also fucks major faces. So without further ado, I will meet you guys back in Hurley, and we will pick up the bandits' gloves together and kind of go from there. So one sec. Welcome back, guys. So let's rush to the northern part of town to grab our infamous bandit gloves, or bandits gloves, I think is what they're actually called. And yeah, this is quite a process, and it takes a bit of time, I know. So again, like I stated at the start of this episode, if this is not something that interests you, for sure, don't do it, because it does take a little bit. But there we go, guys. We are going to buy our bandit gloves. Thanks again. No, thank you. So it's pretty fantastic. I'm so excited just to, have these in our inventory here. The beautiful bandits gloves. Here we go. Nothing really special about it. You'll literally only use it for thievery. So, as far as other skills are concerned, I probably should have gotten Claude up another level just to get more skill points, which I can do off camera. But anyway, following up with what I said, we're going to want to get more points in courage and more points, I'm saying. Look at me. It's level 0 for both of them. Let's put some points into Poker Face, which is the ability to keep a straight face under any circumstance. And then courage is, if you have courage, you won't be nervous even in front of a large crowd. So yeah, kind of goofy, but we'll go ahead and do this. And each time you put a level into each of these, as you can see, you're going to see pickpocketing go up. So I think it's, yep, that's exactly what you need to do. There are some little details like that that sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't remember the exact ratio and what are the equivalents, but it looks like it's 1 of each equals 1 pickpocketing level. So we got it to 5, which isn't bad. And just to show you, you can see right here. So a specialty command used in conjunction with special gloves to steal from people using the box or square button. So it's pretty cool. And that's, again, why having dexterity was imperative to being able to do this, and why I was talking about it at the very start of this Let's Play. So it's kind of all unfolding. Like I said, I'll try to present things as they become relevant, and kind of just to follow up with what I was just saying, I actually will not need to go back and get another level for Claude. I think being level 5, although it's not ideal, it's better to get it as high as possible this early. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I don't want to spend forever trying to level everyone up one more level, I should say, not one more point. So from here, I'm going to head over to Click. Actually, I won't. We're going to head outside, and then we'll end the episode here together. And when we do resume on our next video, we are going to go to Click. So like I said, all of the extra stuff was kind of consolidated to this episode. And I guess it's not entirely true, because when we do start in the next episode, when we do start in the next episode, we will have the opportunity of doing what I said, seeing a private action to remove the limiter from the final boss, which will at least start the events that will remove the limiter from the final boss. And we will also be able to steal a really cool item from the same person that is going to be involved in the private action. So I'll just see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting me. As always, I am your host, Rabbit, and this is my playthrough of Star Ocean: The Second Story. I'll see you in just a second, everybody.